Chief is back, but what's playing in his helmet as he's eviscerating brutes and killing elites? That's what we're going to find out today. Welcome to A Run Who Does Music. We're starting a new series called 5 Albums to Listen to While Playing. And we're starting off with the Halo Infinite. This game's multiplayer has been out for a few weeks now, and the campaign is sure to drop in just a few days when this video comes out. But before we get into the actual video here, I'm going to have a time stamp right here just in case you want to skip this bit. But we have a sponsor for this video. And the sponsor is one that we featured here on the channel before. Today's sponsor is Studio Findings, my friend's workshop / craft work / just general items that she likes to make. I've already showed off stuff she's made in the past, like this custom coaster here featuring a page from a manga I read. But today we're actually going to show off a couple different products I think you guys are going to like just as well. So along with custom work and resin work, she also takes some existing things and adds quick little touches similar to what you'll see on Etsy shops or Mercari shops and similar things. And today what I got to show you, the first bit, is actually some little keychains she made from little Funko Pop things. This is actually, I believe, this is from the Funko-verse little items. There's like little Funko surprise things. She made some little keychains. There's a Ron Weasley there from Goblet of Fire. There's Annabelle. There's this bitch. I don't know who that is. And along with that, she's also started to make some more everyday stuff. Like the resin crafts can be a little niche. Like not everybody needs a cup holder. But I think a lot of people need a cup koozie. This right here is a solid koozie. It's a little dirty because I left it on my desk like an idiot. But this is this one she made for Sailor Moon, and it's it's some really good quality. You can see the decals on there, pretty great. Hold on, let me shine the light on it like a little more focused there. Really good stuff here. And I'm not just gonna bring something like this on here without actually showing its use and function. See, can in the koozie, so it works great. Like I said, she's got the custom craft work, little keychains I showed, these koozies, and a lot more. Go message her on Facebook. And just like the last video, the first 3 people that message her, place a commission, you'll get $2 off your first order if you just use the code RayRonu3%. Right there, it's right there on the screen. Just type that in her, say, hey, I want to commission you for some stuff, and I have this little discount code right here. Simple as that. Once again, I really want to thank Studio Findings for doing this for me. It means a lot for the channel, and I hope I can help her grow as well. So, like I said, Studio Findings, koozies, keychains, really whatever your heart desires, go check them out. For 2 decades now, we've been stepping into the armor of John 117 and that familiar Green Mjolnir armor, as well as some Mark V and ODST variants with some spin-offs along the game's series path. But no matter if it was the main man, John himself, or some offshoots, no matter where we were in a Halo ring, through a city, meandering, running, sprinting, killing, and shilling, we always had a fantastic musical score to accompany every single mission. Alongside many other talented contributors, Martin O'Donnell has essentially retained his status as the king of the Halo music history with his work on the original Halo trilogy. And then Kazuma Junoichi took over for Halo 4 and 5 and created works of art that were just as breathtaking to experience and take in as the games took place. No matter who was behind the wheel, the ship never strayed off course. Music is just as an important element as the Halo franchise as the combat or the story or the armor or any other part of it. Music shapes the world just as much as 117 does as well. But what if you've fallen asleep to tracks like Finish the Fight a dozen times over, or you just want a little something different when you're stepping onto the plains of Reach, or as it happens to be coming up soon, Zeta Halo? That's what this video is here to give you. Whether it's the motivation to don that familiar armor of John 117, or get your own custom suit of armor and take on the legendary campaign that multiplayer has to offer, this video is serving to give you guys new soundtracks, new albums, and hopefully new artists and experiences for you to take in as you play Halo Infinite when it comes out fully. This is 5 albums to listen to while you play Halo Infinite. If you come away with even a single one of the songs off of any of these albums sticking with you and making you think, you know what, this fits in the universe, this fits for my vibe, then I did my job. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. And without any further ado, let's get in with album number 5. Starting things off, this album has more of a focus of the campaign. We have Horizons by Starset. This is the newest release on this list here, and I think it stays the most pure and core to Halo's ideals and story in terms of sound overall. Starset has been putting out cinematic workhorse masterpieces for years now, with past cinematic songs such as My Demons or Monster attaining not only chart success, but cult success as well. Just like the Halo series, there's something about Starset, the way they present themselves and the actual end product, that just screams cinematic. It screams legendary, grandeur, similar words. Every song is made with a purpose, and that purpose is to serve a greater piece of the puzzle that every album has laid out for it. Just like Halo Infinite, along with all the past Halo games, is riddled with bits and pieces to create this overarching story, this epic, if you will, to rival even Homer's Odyssey. While the actual story behind the, stories of the songs and the actual campaign and story of Halo Infinite don't exactly match up 100%, you can draw a lot of comparisons and a lot of parallels from the music to the game. In a song like The Breach, you have the chorus absolutely hitting you with this big energy, saying, "Follow me. Follow me once more into the breach," a battle cry that seems perfectly fit for Master Chief as he charges into any danger that he's sure to encounter him on Zeta Halo in his search for his former companion Cortana. Cinematic rock focused on a dystopian future is the perfect parallel, the perfect comparison to serve for the eventual bloodshed and overall sure to be wonderful story being told with Halo Infinite. And that's why I think this album really fits for the game. Fourth album on this list is Compassion by Royal Coda, once again focusing on the campaign. It's not quite just John's story being told in Halo. At the end of the day, you the player are controlling him and you're creating your own path of destruction and glory along the way. It's chaotic. It's different. The pace changes, it gets harder, it gets faster, and it slows down at times, moving from battlefield to battlefield. That's just what Royal Coda is all about, their sound. Overall musical composition is a little more intense than Horizons by Starset, offering some more rushed and almost anxiety-esque lyricism and instrumentalism, but I think the Kurt Travis project is something that really fits into Halo Infinite's campaign, purely for, like I said, the fact that the campaign, it's going to be going 100 miles per hour at sometimes, and you're slowing down, you're feeling everything out, you're taking in the story, just like you're taking in the slower moments of that album as they consume you, override you. Then the next second, you got a guitar riff, you got a swarm of elites coming toward you, everything's 100 miles per hour again. Kurt Travis, the lead singer of Royal Coda, has a voice built for violence, and just the sort of violence that the elite's demon, being John 117, possesses within him. Sure, he's a level-headed guy, but at the end of the day, he's here to do whatever it takes to get his mission done. He is here to take every head off the shoulders of his enemies. He is here to bring forth destruction in his own way, in your own way, being the person controlling him. Whether it's the constant hammering onslaught of enemy after enemy coming towards you, or the more methodical, slow-paced dismantling of their defenses, no matter how you go about your battlefield experience, this album is sure to accompany you just as well as the actual soundtrack or the earlier album, Horizons by Starset. Whether it's the soaring choruses as you plan out your attack, as you look down on over all the opponents you can face, or the absolutely smashing bridges as you assassinate the elite general, this is an album you need in your life. Album number 3, we have Underneath by Code Orange, and we're switching over to multiplayer now. We go from cinematic to vicious here with the third album on the list. Code Orange is a rushed, heavy, multifaceted, and multi-aspect riddled band that is sure to be the perfect soundtrack for your leaderboard conquering endeavors. Picture this. You just use your thruster to get up above a group of enemies. You got a rocket launcher, maybe even just a needler, maybe even just a plasma grenade. No matter what weapons you're using, Cold Metal plays the pounding heartbeat-esque song is playing in the background as you're raining down hellfire. That is the type of energy that Halo's multiplayer has been about all these years. Pure, unadulterated fire, energy, extremeness. Even when the momentum of the album starts to slow down a little bit, that's just a little bit of break in between games. That's just you looking at your stats from the last game, getting hyped up for the next song, getting hyped up for the next eruption that's sure to come in the next game. And just as momentum starts to reach its final descent and it starts to begin that ascent again, you found your vantage point. You got your sniper rifle trained on the enemy stronghold. You're about to make them your bitch. Plain and simple, nothing is better than having some straight up metal courtesy of a Razor scan, or the easy way, play in the background as you take out an enemy 4-man squad. Now we got album number 4. We're talking about Coheed and Cambria, Good Apollo, I'm Burning Star 4. Now this album is a little special because it actually fits into both the campaign and the multiplayer in my opinion. I personally never really dived into Coheed and Cambria's discography, but there is no denying that they are larger than life. If you thought a band like Starset was big, if you thought an album like Horizons spoke to the pure majesty that Halo evokes, you haven't heard a band like Coheed and Cambria, and you need to listen to a band like that. So that's why I'm putting this album on here. The large majority of the career has been spent focusing on power ballads, overarching stories the likes of which have been seen very rarely in their metal scene in terms of concurrency, consistency, long running times, which is just like Halo. Halo has been going on for 2 decades now. We've seen Halos 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Guardians, ODST, Reach, technically Halo Wars and Halo Wars 2, and we're coming up on a 10th Halo game with Halo Infinite. Just as well as Coheed and Cambria has been pounding non-stop year after year, Halo has been with us as we grew up at the same time. I mentioned Martin O'Donnell earlier in here as the original pioneer of Halo's music with the original trilogy, but I think lead singer and frontman Claudio Sanchez, his voice alone is enough to rival that pure just brilliance that you felt when you booted up Halo 3 for the first time. Just the main menu music alone, just a lead single like Welcome Home alone is enough to not only give you a sense of atmosphere, give you a sense of what's to come, but make you crave more and more of what's to come after. Along with that, Coheed and Cambria is a band that you have casual metal fans and elitist metal fans for once kind of coexisting. You have general scene kids and kids from the scene, people from the scene in general, along with people who usually only listen to bands like Gojira or maybe an Architects, but it's mostly Gojira, Anthrax, and that sort of like classic metal thing. Just like Halo unites the casual players and the pure MLG and pro players that come on multiplayer servers. I try to give a little bit of a description with every album here, but honestly, Good Apollo, I'm Burning Star 4, this is an album you need to experience just as you need to experience Halo Infinite for yourself. And the final album on the list here today, we're switching things up a little bit. We're going back to multiplayer, and a bit of a left field choice here. We have Heartwork by The Used. The Used is a band that has captured the hearts and minds of teens, kids, and adults alike over the years, and they ride the line between cinematic workhorse and pure just punching in your face music. Just like Halo has always held a fond spot in my heart, The Used has been there for me day in and day out. When I need to cry, I got The Bird and the Worm. When I need to let out some aggression, I got the Sandpit map on Halo 3. I would even go as far as to include songs off of the expansive deluxe edition of Heartwork, really because you need options, you need more of The Used, just like you need every facet of Halo Infinite. The always competitive, always never stopping multiplayer environment of Halo Infinite is a perfect match for a song like 1984 Infinite Jest. The cockiness in that song is just the confidence boost you need to help yourself get up those ranks, get that level up, and just overall have a great time while you're doing it. Whether it's that pre-round cockiness or post-round cockiness that I talked about with 1984, or the aftermatch pure rage that engulfs you, realizing you just got your ass handed to you by some sweaty 12-year-old in the basement, and you can have a song like The Lottery playing in the background. This album has every piece of the puzzle for every emotion that you can get while playing a multiplayer game. Not to mention that specifically on The Lottery, just like you need that little surprise element of, hey, just found a power weapon on the field, just found a spiker. This is going to help me out. Suddenly Caleb Shomo comes out of nowhere, he's screaming in your ear with a disgusting breakdown, and suddenly just like that, your kill count went up about 5 or 6 places. And there you go, 5 albums to accompany you on your conquest of Halo Infinite, whether it be the campaign or the multiplayer. This is my first attempt at a video in this kind of series. I have a couple more videos, a couple more games in mind that I'm going to be doing forward. Let me know what you guys think of the video. Let me know what you guys think of the album choices, whether you've heard of these albums before or you haven't. I want to know what you think. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Tell me, if anything, what I'm doing right. And what's a game that you guys want to see me do a video like this for? Would you like to see me try and get some pure, breathtaking music for Skyrim? Or would you like me to see put some absolutely adrenaline and crack-induced metal for a game like Doom? Let me know what you think down in the comments. Most of all, stay hydrated. Have a good day. I'll see you next time.